a 9-1 act. Okay.
Which one?
This one. Uh, that new table, na, with Gerald.
Ari.
Yes. RE table. So what
Okay.
happened? Gerald told me that it is whenever I'm maintaining this table in DV200, so it is asking for TR.
It is not asking for TR, huh?
No, in DV200 it is asking for TR. I have checked with Gerald. So what
Okay.
Gerald told me to maintain this table, okay,
Hmm.
in hello, good evening, everyone.
Where it is attached?
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Just give me 5 minutes, guys. Okay, let's wait for the other students to join, and after 5 minutes, we'll start. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Hello, guys. So, mm, how many of you are new in this class, guys?
I am Sir Abhishek Sharma.
Okay. This how many of you are you are having first class today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, only you, Abhishek, correct?
No, sir, I'm Payal, and this is my first class as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Manjul, Pratibha, Raj, Ravindra, Ruchi, Snehashish. I think Snehashish was there in the last class. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, what is your second class? Give me 1 minute. Huh? Let's start that for today. First. Okay. So, guys, what we'll do, we are going to take the class from beginning. Okay, introduction part. Why? Because a 2 student has been added, and the thing is, in Henry Harbin, we are introduction part we are taking 2 times. Okay, because they are merging 2 batches. Okay, so who is the first one? Payal, I think, was the new Abhishek. Abhishek and Payal is the new students, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Payal and Abhishek, have you gone through the previous videos?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you have gone through, son. Okay, then let me proceed then.
I watched.
Okay. Okay, so we can proceed with the upcoming topics. Okay. Okay. So in previous class we have seen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Let me attach the documents also. I think this press book and PPT. Okay. So you can download from the chat box. Okay. Yeah. So in the last class we have seen what is meant by ERP. Okay, it's an enterprise resource planning. Okay, and our SAP is nothing but one of the ERP software. Okay, and what is the full form of SAP? Okay, it's a German software. Okay, we know that, and these are the different types of companies where we are using it in aerospace, automobile. Okay, life science, everywhere. Then different types of modules: functional module, technical module. Okay, so in functional module we are not supposed to learn any coding. Okay, in a technical module, okay, if you want to learn a coding, then there is a separate module called ABAP module. Okay, in types of user, okay, end user. Okay, who in a company, if employees of a company are particular company are using the SAP, so that employees we can call them as a end user. Okay, and the manager which is there in a that particular company, so we can call them as a super user. Okay, and third one is a SAP consultant. Okay, through this flow diagram we have seen. Okay, in which area for the client side you need to focus and understand their business process. Okay, other module where which portion they are focusing, and from perspective where we are focusing. Okay, then if what will be the roles and responsibilities of a SAP consultant, and what different types of project we will get. Support project. Okay, you need to support to the client. Okay, the client will raise a ticket. Okay, and the second project is a implementation project. Implementation means your client don't have the SAP from scratch. You need to implement SAP to the client. Okay, third one is a migration project. Okay, if you are upgrading the system from older version to the new version, that is from ECC to S4HANA, that is was a migration project. Okay, and the fourth one was a rollout project. Okay, rollout project means if your client is expanding their business, they want to open a new plant, new company code, new businesses. Okay, and for that new business they want to use the SAP itself. So adding the company code, adding the plant is nothing like a rollout project. Okay, now up to 10th slide we have seen in the previous class, and now let's start the SAP landscape and the actual materials and management. Okay, so now what is SAP landscape first of all? Okay, so what happened whenever you will open a SAP system? Okay, so you will get 3 systems over there. Okay, development system, quality system, and the production system. Okay, now what is meant by development system, what is meant by quality and the production? Okay, where you can see this? Okay, when we will start the practical after 2 or 3 class, then I will show you where you can see this development, quality and the production. Okay, but now you have to understand the theoretical portion. Okay, development, quality and production. Now what is meant by development, quality and the production is, okay, so development system, okay, is nothing called a live system, which is client are using right now, client using. Okay, for example, if Reliance company's employees are using SAP, so which system they are using? Production system they are using. Okay, which is nothing called live system. Okay, but what about development system and the quality system? So development and the quality system, okay, what happened whenever if you want to do some changes or do some configuration in a system, you cannot directly do into the production system. No, first of all you will make the changes in development, then quality, and once it is finalized, then you can transfer this changes into the production system. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, suppose you are working on a support project. Okay, what is meant by support project? In support project, already your client is using the SAP. If there is some problem, okay, if they want to change something into the system, so you have to take care of it. Okay, so suppose you got the ticket from the client, okay, and in that ticket the problem is they want to change the material price from 10 rupees to 12 rupees. Okay, it's just an example. Okay, there is a particular material, and for that particular material, this is an old price and this is a latest price. Okay, so client want you to change the material price. So you got the ticket, so what you will do? So what client is using, which system client is using right now? Production system. So as a consultant, you are not supposed to change directly material price into the production. No, what you will do, you will change the material price here in a development system, from 10 rupees to 12 rupees. Okay, once it is done, you will do testing, means whether the material is reflecting correct price or not. Okay, once the changes has been done in development system, then you can transfer this data, means this changes into the quality system. Okay, once you got the same data, means here, okay, you will do testing. Again, you will do testing over here. Okay, once the testing is successfully done, then you can transfer these changes into the production system, that is client system, which is a production or a live system. Okay, so means as a consultant, you will not supposed to directly touch to the production system. Okay, whether you are working in a support project, migration project, rollout project, any project. Okay, so development or a quality is nothing like a dummy server, we can say. Okay, for client. Okay, it's just a layman language I'm telling it to you. Okay, this is, we can say it's a practice server or it's a testing server. Okay, once the testing is successfully done in both of the server, both of the system, then we can transfer this data to the production system so that client can use this. Okay, suppose you are working in a implementation project. Okay, you gather the requirement, understand their business process, workshop gap analysis has been done, blueprint has been made. Now where you will do the configuration. Okay, so what happened, you will you will not supposed to do configuration directly into the production system. No, first of all you will do configuration over here, plus testing you will do. Once the testing is been completed, then you can transfer this data changes to the quality system, and again you will do testing. Once you are satisfied with the testing, okay, then you can transfer this changes into the production system. Okay, So if there is any changes you want to do in a SAP, whether it's a configuration or it's a development, anything, first of all, you will do in a development, then quality, and then you can transfer this thing into the production. Okay. Now, the thing is, how you will, here what happened, you are transferring the changes into the one system to the another system. Here you can see development to quality and quality to the production. How you can do this? So what happened? No need to maintain the data. Quality means development, second time will be in the quality, and the third time into the production. No need to maintain it manually 3 times. Okay, only one time you will maintain in a development system. Then you can transfer the data from here to here and from quality to production. How you can transfer? So system will create transport request. You can note it down this thing. So through TR, transport request, data is transferring from one system to the another system, from development to quality, quality to production. Okay. Now where you will see this transport request? Again, I will tell you at the time of practical. Okay. But just for reference purpose, okay, you can note it down in your personal notes. The data will be transferred from one system to the another system, development, quality, and the production through TR. That is a transport request. Okay. Got it, guys? Understood? Payal, Abhishek, Pankaj,
Yes, sir.
Raj, Ravindra, Ashish, Snehashish.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we'll see this 3 system when we'll do the practical. Okay. Now from here, our actual materials and management is started now. Okay. So what is mean by materials and management? Okay. So it consists the P2P cycle. Okay. It supports, what is the definition of materials and management? It supports the purchasing and inventory part. Okay, if you remember, here you can see it supports the procurement and inventory functions occur in a day-to-day businesses. Okay, we are taking care of the procurement of the material and maintain the enough inventory so that client can use that particular material. Okay, and we are going to learn. Okay, and one more definition is there. It is a part of logistic. We belongs to the logistic area. Okay, there are some certain modules are there which is a part of logistic. SD, okay, and MM are generally and EWM, WM are a part of logistic. Okay, it's a part. What is materials and management? It's a part of logistic. It supports the procurement and inventory functions occurs in day-to-day businesses. Okay, and what we are going to learn in SAP MM, we are going to learn about some master data. Okay, some basic system configuration we are going to learn, some standard business process we are going to learn. Okay, and the thing is P2P cycle. Okay, which is a procure to pay cycle. Okay, so this is all about SAP materials and management. So now here, what is meant by interface with other module? Interface with other module means there are some business process in a companies which is associated with other modules also. Means our MM process is associated with other module. Okay, we have an integration with PP also. We have integration with SD module. We have integration with QM. We have integration with PM, and we are integrated with FICO module. Okay, so means it's depend on the client business. Okay, means you can see here our MM module is almost integrated with other modules itself. Okay, MM and as we are going to learn MM and SD integration. Okay, we are going to learn MM and FI integration. Okay, MMFI integration is nothing like automatic account determination, which is a configuration topic, which is a 2-hour topic, we can say. Okay, and MM and SD integration process we are going to automatically learn in STO. Okay, so means other modules a little bit knowledge you will get, a little bit about SD and FI. Okay, yeah, so overview. In overview, so we are going to learn about P2P cycle, stock transfer order, subcontracting, vendor consignment, pipeline, organization level, SAP navigation, then GR and IR we are going to post in a system. Okay, so now let's start with P2P cycle. Okay, now what is meant by P2P cycle? So now guys, your SAP MM actual materials and management is started from this slide. Okay, so this is a basic cycle. Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so what is the first cycle? It is called as P2P cycle. But what is meant by cycle? So what happened? Each module having their own basic cycle. Okay, our SAP MM basic cycle is called as a P2P cycle. P2P means procure to pay cycle. SD module having their order to cash cycle. Okay, FICO module having their another cycle name. PP, PM module, quality management module having their own cycle name. But in MM, we are having our basic cycle called as P2P cycle. Okay, so now how it starts? P2P cycle, how it starts? So it starts with the, what is the first step of P2P cycle? First step is nothing like determination of requirement. Okay, if in a company, if there is a requirement of a material, so in a first step, we will gather the requirement, what material they require, how much material they require, and by what date they require the material. Okay, so in the first step, we are gathering the requirement, what material, how much material, how many quantities they require, okay, and what will be the delivery date, for which plant, for which department. Okay, so for example, in a Reliance company, we can say, okay, a particular department can raise a requisition. Okay, and in that particular requisition, we will maintain the material number, we will maintain the quantity, okay, we will maintain the delivery date. Okay, so any department can raise this requisition. Determination of requirement, which material you require, how much material you require. Okay, so this is the first step, determination of requirement. So what happened once the requirement is gathered, then the second step is determination of source of supply. So what happened? Any department can raise a requisition, and this requirement will be sent to the manager team, and manager will find out the source of supply for this particular requirement. Okay, suppose source of supply means who can supply this material to our company. So, okay, so what they will do, they will find out the vendor in a market, V1 vendor, V2 vendor, and V3 vendor. Okay, so this particular group of manager, we can say, they will check what are the source of supplies are there in the market, who can supply this required material to my company within the low price, okay, with best affordable quality, and within the time limit. Okay, so second step is to determination of source of supply, means find out the vendor in the market, and once the vendor is find out, they will select one vendor. Suppose they want to go with V1 vendor. Okay, means third step is vendor got selected, and against this vendor, company will raise a order, that is a purchase order. This is your finalized order. Okay, and what happened at the delivery date, this V1 vendor will send the material to the company. Here you can see truck is arrived. Okay, so here in this step, sixth step, company will receive the material in their storage location. Okay, or we can say in a store warehouse. Okay, once it is received, then what happened? Along with this material, vendor also send the bill. Correct? Because this material is not free. Okay, so what happened? Company will check the bill, Once the bill is got checked by the concerned person from the company, they will post an invoice. Okay, once the invoice is got posted into the system, they will share this invoice number with the finance team, and finance people will make the payment to this vendor, that is to the V1 vendor. Okay, so now this is the P2P cycle. So what is the starting? Determination of requirement. Let me give you the example. Okay, so if you remember guys, here in this flow diagram, we have taken the example of a tire. Production department need tire. Okay, how many tires? 200 tires. Okay, so you can see purchasing department, the cycle is got start for this particular purchasing department and inventory store. What is the requirement? 200 tires. So here you can see 200 tire. What is the material? Tire. Quantity 200 by end of this month. Once the requirement is gathered, this requisition we need to share with the purchasing department, we can say, or a group of manager, we can say. This group of manager will identify the vendor in the market. Source of supply will find out. So there is a MRF tire is there. Okay, SEAT and Michelin, for example. Okay, once they will, what happened? This concerned department, this purchasing department or a group of manager, they will ask for the quotation. Okay, we need 200 tires. So at what price you can give it to us from MRF vendor, from SEAT vendor, and from Michelin vendor. Okay, so per group of manager, they will check the quotation and they will select one vendor. Suppose they want to go with MRF vendor. So MRF vendor is a selected vendor. Okay, suppose if you want to buy a car, so what you will do, you will go to the showroom. Okay, suppose you will visit to the Hyundai, then Honda, then Suzuki, Maruti Suzuki. Okay, so you will compare the quotations, and according to the budget you will finalize the car. So similarly here, purchasing department or a group of manager will compare the quotation, okay, and finalize the vendor. Okay, so once the vendor is got finalized, they want to go with MRF, so company will give the order to the vendor. Okay, means purchase order got created. How the purchase got created, that we'll see at the time of practical. Okay, so once the MRF vendor got the order, they will send the tires to the company. So company will receive the 200 tires, they will check the quality, receive the 200 tires into their storage location, means they will, good receipt will be there. Along with this tire, MRF vendor will send the bill. For 200 tires, this is the bill. Company will check the bill and we will post in the form of invoice verification. Okay, so in invoice verification, we are verifying the bill, whether it is correct or not. If it is correct, then we will post. Once it is got posted, then we need to share this invoice number with the finance team, and finance people will make the payment to this vendor. Okay, so it starts with the requirement and end with the payment to the vendor. That is a procure to pay cycle, which is a basic cycle. Okay,
Sir, I think there is one thing is missing: quality control after the goods receipt.
yeah, there will be quality control, but this is a basic cycle. So what will happen when the how you are selecting the vendor? Okay, RFQ. Okay, once you create the order, we need the approval from the managers. Okay, once we receive the material, there will be a quality. Okay, what happened when the invoice is not matching with the bill? That particular thing we will see in the upcoming classes. Okay, but this is a standard cycle. Okay, so scenario wise we will see it later. Okay,
Sir, what is about PO monitoring?
PO monitoring, we can say the manager will check the, means what happened once you create the purchase order, na, it will be go to the manager for approving. Manager will approve it, and it is PO also monitored by the vendor, they will accept it. Okay, we are ready for delivering this material to your company. So it's like a PO monitoring, we can say. Vendor also verify, and managers also approve this purchase order from the client side. So it's nothing like a release strategy, which is a 2-hour topic we are going to learn in upcoming session. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In practical, okay, in practical classes, we will create the PR, we will create the RFQ, okay, request for quotation, then we will select one vendor, then we will create a purchase order, we will receive the material, and we will post the invoice. Okay, we'll process this. Okay, now in SAP MM, okay,
Sir, automatic delivery flow system is available in PO monitoring.
automatic delivery, yeah, acknowledgement, we can also do this. Acknowledgement from the vendor, we can say.
तो सर ये दिखाया जाएगा क्या हमें प्रैक्टिकल क्लास में acknowledgement?
एक्नॉलेजमेंट तो नहीं दिखाऊंगा मैं, बाकी आपको ये PR GR वगैरह कैसा होता है ये दिखाऊंगा.
सर मेरा एक कंसर्न रविंद्र दिस साइड. एक्चुअली जो क्लास रहेगी हमारी, मतलब जो हम प्रैक्टिकल करेंगे उसके हमें स्टेप्स मिल सकते हैं, मतलब कि कंपनी क्लाइंट कैसे क्रिएट किया, कंपनी कैसे क्रिएट किया, कंपनी कोड कैसे क्रिएट किया,
हाँ,
बिकॉज
steps
वो इजी रहेगा प्रैक्टिकल में हम लोगों को.
नहीं, प्रैक्टिकल आपको ये देखिए ना, यहाँ पे आगे अब हम लोग आगे बढ़ने की है. ये देखिए सब लिखा हुआ है, कैसे आप फॉलो करते हो, कैसे क्रिएट करो.
ओके
एवरीथिंग इट इज देयर इन द PPT.
ओके
You can see this configuration step is also there. How you can
Okay.
clear everything.
थैंक यू सर.
Okay,
तो
master.
जैसे मान लीजिए कि जैसे PO फॉलोअप के बारे में मतलब प्रैक्टिकली नहीं बताया जाएगा, तो थ्योरेटिकली कुछ मतलब उसका वो मिलेगा क्या? कैसे होता है वो?
PO एक्नॉलेजमेंट मैं आपको बता दूंगा. उसके लिए कैसा है कि वो मैसेज डिटर्मिनेशन करना पड़ता है, यानी कि वहां से मेल आता है हम लोगों को वेंडर की तरफ से.
हाँ, वही मैं पूछ रहा हूँ.
मैसेज डिटर्मिनेशन वो टॉपिक नहीं है आपको सिलेबस में. मैसेज डिटर्मिनेशन उसको बोलते हैं.
वो सब पूरा MM के अंदर ही है ना सर?
MM के अंदर है, बट इन योर सिलेबस हेनरी हार्मैन तो नहीं है आपका सिलेबस में. बट आपको मैं थोड़ा सा आइडिया दे दूंगा, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट.
सर और जो वेंडर क्रिएशन जो रहता है वो इसी का पार्ट है या वो अलग पार्ट रहता है इसमें?
वो अलग है, वो मैं आपको बताऊंगा. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्या होगा, इफ आई विल डायरेक्टली टेक दिस
ओके
एंटरप्राइज स्ट्रक्चर, ठीक है, लेट मी टेल यू. क्लाइंट कैसे बनाते, कंपनी कोड, प्लांट, स्टोरेज लोकेशन कैसे बनाते, इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. ओके, सो इफ आई विल डायरेक्टली टेक द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, यू विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग. जो
Yes,
फ्रेशर
sir.
है, जिनको पता ही नहीं है SAP, उनको कुछ भी नहीं समझेगा. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so what happened, I will basically, first of all, we will execute this P2P cycle with the existing data from the system. But once you execute, once you are okay with this P2P cycle, then I will tell you how you can create a vendor master. Okay, how you can create a material master, then how you can create your own enterprise structure. That we'll see one by one. Okay, master data is there. Okay,
ठीक है सर, आगे बढ़ते हैं सर.
Okay, sir.
okay, step by step जाएंगे हम लोग. Okay, so now what is our second topic? Our second topic is stock transfer order. Okay, now what is meant by stock transfer order? Okay, now the stock transfer order means in a company they are not supposed to buy any material from the vendor. Okay, they also transfer the material from one plant to another plant. Plant 1 to plant 2. Suppose in a company there are two plants. For example, one is in Pune and another one is in Hyderabad. Okay, so Pune plant requires some material. Okay, so what happened, and Hyderabad plant having that particular material in their storage location and in a extra quantity. So what happened? Hyderabad plant will issue the material, and Hyderabad plant will be also called as issuing plant. And once the material is reached to the Pune plant will be calling it as a receiving plant, and they are receiving the material. Two plant will be there. One is a issuing plant, which is a Hyderabad plant, which is sending the material, and Pune plant will be the receiving plant, who is receiving the material. So two processes will be follow: issuing and receiving. Simple. It is called as stock transfer order. Okay, which is having 2 to 3 types. Okay, we will see this stock transfer order into detail at the time of practical. Okay, but now just for theoretical knowledge, you have to understand stock transfer order. There will be 2 plant, one will be a supplying plant and one other one will be a receiving plant. Simple.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर ये दोनों प्लांट सैप ही यूज कर रहे हैं, तो इसमें जब एक दूसरे से इंटीग्रेटेड है तो सारा डाटा भी तो सर सेम होगा, शो हो रहा होगा, तो उसमें परचेस ऑर्डर बनाने की या कुछ बनाने की या स्टॉक ऑर्डर बनाने की क्या जरूरत है? ये तो एक दूसरे का डाटा तो सर शो ही हो रहा होगा, क्योंकि ये दोनों ही प्लांट एक ही कंपनी के अंडर आ रहे हैं.
ये डिपेंड करता बिजनेस पे. We will discuss this thing. The purchase order is required or not.
राज मे बी सम फाइनेंशियल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ये थोड़ा सा रहेगा इसमें, स्टॉक ट्रांसफर जब होता है
सर
तो.
मैं कुछ बताऊं सर इसमें. इसके अंदर क्या है, ये प्लांट और दूसरे प्लांट दोनों का जो है ना जीएसटी नंबर जो है ना अलग अलग होता है बेसिकली.
First
उस
of
केस
all,
में आपको सर बिल भेजना पड़ेगा.
correct.
ओके ठीक.
Correct. क्या होता है यहाँ
Thank
पे? There are different types of requirement from the client side, or it's depend on the client business what they are following. Okay, so we have a multiple option in stock transfer order. You can create a purchase order, means purchase order, or you cannot create a purchase order. Okay, means without purchase order also you can transfer the material from one plant to another plant. So it depends on the client. Okay, so we have a multiple option. You'll see at the time of practical. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other doubt here in the stock transfer order, guys?
सर आपने बताया जो 2-3 तरह के स्टॉक ट्रांसफर होते हैं, सर वो एक बार वो बता देंगे.
क्या रहते हैं?
वो 3 तरह के स्टॉक ट्रांसफर होते हैं ना.
हाँ, तो ये हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे ना, वही तो बताया आपको.
बाद में करेंगे.
हाँ, बाद में. अभी सिर्फ ओवरव्यू देख रहे हैं हम लोग. वी आर जस्ट सीइंग दी हेलीकॉप्टर व्यू. ओके, प्रैक्टिकल के वक्त हम लोग पूरा देखेंगे. अभी हम लोगों को परचेस ऑर्डर ही तो नहीं बनाना आता है, हमको जीआरई तो नहीं बनाना आता है. तो पहले हम लोग ये सब सीखेंगे, बेसिक चीज है, एंड देन वी विल जंप ऑन टू द बिजनेस प्रोसेस. ओके, एनी अदर डाउट? या एनी अदर डाउट? Ruchi, Snehashish, Vivekanand, any other doubt, guys? Or shall I proceed?
You can proceed, sir.
Okay. So now, guys, our third process, business process, is a subcontracting process. Okay, so it's just an overview. So what happened in a subcontracting process? Okay, company are not just buying the material from the vendor through P2P cycle. Company are not just transferring the material from one plant to another plant. So sometimes companies are sending their components or a raw material outside of a company, means to the vendor, for some perform services like welding, for assembly, or for, we can say, for painting purpose. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay,
It means outsourcing, right?
yes, outsourcing. So here you can see this flow diagram I have divided into 2 parts, upper and lower. So upper part, we can say this is a company. Suppose this is a car manufacturing company. Okay, and this is a vendor. So what happened in this car manufacturing company? Obviously they are making car. Okay, but in this company, okay, they don't have machine to assemble the engine, or we can say they don't have enough skilled labor to assemble the engine, but they have a parts with them. Like, for example, for making the engine, for example, they have a parts like piston, cylinder, and crankshaft. Okay, they have parts with them in their storage location. They have parts, but they don't have machine to assemble the engine, or they don't have enough skilled labor. So in this case, what happened? This car manufacturing company, they will find out the vendor in a market who can do assembly on behalf of this company, and company is ready to pay. Okay, suppose they got one vendor. Okay, in the market, they got the vendor. So here what will happen? Company will create a purchase order. In this purchase order, they will mention how many assembly they need. 50 engines, 100 engine, 25 engine, 5 engine. How many engines they require? Okay, and once the order got created in the company, they will share this order to the vendor. And what vendor will do? Vendor will wait for the provision of a components they don't have. Okay, so what is the second step? Company also send the components, this piston, cylinder, and the crankshaft, from their storage location to the vendor. Here you can see provision of a provision of companies to the vendor. And once the vendor got the component, piston, cylinder, and the crankshaft, they will start assembling the engine. Suppose the engine got assembled, and what vendor will do? Company will send back this assembled engine to the company. And what company will do? Company will receive the engine into their storage location. And obviously this is not a free service. So vendor will also send the bill to the company. Company will check the bill and post in the form of invoice verification. And invoice number will send to the finance team, and finance people will make the payment to this vendor. This is a subcontracting process. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, for some assembly purpose, company are sending some components to the vendor for some perform services, means for assembling, for painting, for welding purpose. It depends on the client business. Okay, I have given you the example for assembly purpose. Okay, in a car manufacturing company, they don't have enough skilled labor, or they don't have machineries for assembling the engine because it's a costlier one, for example. So they will find out the vendor. Company will provide the material to the vendor for assembly purpose, and getting the form of finished product back to the company. Okay, and company will pay to the vendor. This is a subcontracting process. This is an overview. So step by step, how we will create the purchase order here, how we will send the material to the vendor, how we will receive the engine, how we will post the invoice. That everything in the detail we'll see at the time of practical. Understood, guys? Subcontracting.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Okay. Now, the fourth process is nothing like a vendor consignment. Okay. So now again, let me divide this into two parts. Okay, this is a company side, and this is a vendor side. Okay, so what happened? This is a, for example, this is a we can say this is a construction company. Okay, and this construction company, they are making one building. For example, they are making one building in a remote location. Okay, so what happened? For making this building, this construction company requires the cement bag. Okay, so what happened? Whenever they require 10 bags of cement, whenever they require 50 bags of cement, so they will create a purchase order, and they will share this purchase order with the vendor. Okay, we need a 5 bags of cement, we need a 10 bags of cement. And what happened? This vendor location and the site location is far away from each other. Okay, so what vendor is doing? Vendor is taking 7 to 8 days to deliver this material to the location. 7 to 8 days. Okay, because the road, we can say the road condition, okay, or we can say due to the remote location, vendor is taking too much time to deliver the material. Okay, and what company found, construction company found that it is affecting to the construction of building. It's too delay, 7 to 8 days, they can't wait. Okay, so what happened in this case? Okay, what happened in this case, company will make a deal with vendor. What, why don't you put, okay, a material in a bulk in this storage in my site location? For example, for completing this building, at least we need 500 bags of cement. So why don't you send this 500 bags of cement at a time in my storage location, means in my site where the construction is happening. Whenever I will requires the cement of bag, I will withdraw the cement of bag, and I'm going to pay to you. Okay, so here in the vendor consignment, what happened, vendor will keep their material in a bulk in a company's site, in a company's premises only. Okay, whenever company requires, company will withdraw the quantities, okay, bags of cement, and according to the bags withdrawn by the company, they will pay to the vendor. Okay, so here what happened, in a bulk, company and vendor will make a deal, because it is not like that no one vendor can allow to send their material in a bulk in the company's premises. Okay, it will happen when the company's relation is good with the vendor and due to the mutual understanding. Okay, sometimes the vendor will agree to this process. Okay, I will send you the bulk material into your premises, and as per the need, you just withdraw and pay the amount to me. Okay, before following this process, company and vendor will make a deal. They will sign the contract, because company are buying this material in a bulk, so vendor will give the discount. So they will discuss one rate, at this particular rate, discounted rate will sell to you, to the company. Okay, suppose here you can say, guys, so how the cycle is start, company will create a purchase order in a bulk for example 500 quantity, and this purchase order will share to the vendor. Once the vendor got the purchase order in a bulk, company vendor will send the 500 quantity, and what company will do, company will receive the material and store in a company's premises in a same campus. Okay, the legal authority of this material is not a company, it's still owner. Okay, and for example, tomorrow you need 10 bags of cement, so company will withdraw 10 bags of cement and use it. And for example, 1 bags of cement is, for example, 350 rupees. So 350 multiplied by 10, 3,500. So 3,500 company will pay to the vendor. Again, after 2 days, company requires 20 bags of cement. So from here, from this 500 bag, company will withdraw 20 bags of cement, and 20 multiplied by 350, 7,000. So 7,000 company will pay to this vendor. So as you withdraw the quantity, company will pay to the vendor. It's depend on the client and mutual understanding between the client and the company. Company and the vendor, how they are doing the payment. In a monthly wise also they can do, okay, weekly wise also they can do the payment. Okay, but the concept of vendor consignment is, vendor will keep their material in a company's premises. As per the requirement, company will withdraw and pay accordingly to the vendor. Okay, this is a vendor consignment. Any question here?
सर एक चीज मेरा डाउट है सर, अंदर सर पीओ टाइप, जीआरएन टाइप और स्टॉक टाइप अलग होते होंगे फिर तो?
अब सब अलग होता है ये, अलग हो गई वहां पे, क्योंकि पता कैसे चलेगा कि सबके अगर स्टॉक टाइप ही सेम रहेंगे तो हाउ यू विल डिफरेंशिएट. So there will be a different type stock type.
तो ये चीज स्टैंडर्ड में ही अवेलेबल है ना?
हाँ, स्टैंडर्ड में ही अवेलेबल है.
ठीक है.
Any other question, guys? Understood the concept? Hello.
Yes or no doubt from my end.
Okay. Okay, so it's just an overview. Okay, so we'll discuss this thing in a practical. Okay, now P2P cycle we have discussed, and what we have discussed, what is meant by P2P cycle? It's the procure to pay cycle. It starts with the requirement and end with the payment to the vendor. Okay, in the first step we are gathering the requirement, what material you need, how much material you need, and by what date you need. Okay, once the requirement is gathered, second step is source of supply. Who can supply the source of material to the company? Okay, company will ask for the quotation from multiple vendors from the market. Okay, they will finalize the vendor. Against that particular vendor, company will place an order, company will receive the material and post the invoice after checking the bill, and finance people will make the payment to the vendor. That is a basic cycle. Okay, second business process we have seen, stock transfer order. In stock transfer order, there will be two plant. One is called as issuing plant and another one is called as supplying plant. Issuing plant and receiving plant. Receiving plant will receive the material and supplying plant will issue the material. You can see goods issue and receive. Okay, two plant will be there. Third business process we have seen, subcontracting process. In a subcontracting process, company are not just buying the material. Sometimes they are sending some components outside of a company to the vendor for some assembly purpose. We have taken the example of assembly of the engine. Okay, company will create a purchase order, send it to the vendor, then also provide the components to the vendor. Okay, once vendor will get the components, they will start assembling and send back to the company in the form of finished product, that is engine. Also vendor will send the bill to the company. Company will check the bill and finance people will make the payment to the vendor. Okay.
हेलो. हाँ सर. सर एक तो क्वेश्चन था.
हाँ.
तो मान लीजिए कोई फैब्रिकेशन कंपनी, अगर मान लीजिए कोई कंपनी को भेजे तो स्ट्रक्चर, ठीक है, तो वो स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर वो लोग में बहुत तो कवर लगा के, रबर हो या कोई दूसरा मटेरियल, अगर उसको फिर उसको लगा के उसको फिर भेज दे कंपनी को, लेकिन वो मटेरियल नहीं भेज रहा है इधर, मतलब मटेरियल ये वेंडर कंपनी खुद दे रहा है, तो ये क्या सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो सकता है?
ये डिपेंड करता है कि आप क्या फॉलो कर रहे हैं प्रोसेस. आप कुछ भेज रहे हो वेंडर को या नहीं भेज रहे हो?
नहीं नहीं, वो सिर्फ स्ट्रक्चर भेज रहा है जिसके ऊपर कवर लगेगा, ठीक है, लेकिन वो
स्ट्रक्चर
कुछ
भेज रहा है
मटेरियल
ना,
नहीं भेज रहे. हाँ, स्ट्रक्चर भेज रहे थे.
तो वो मटेरियल कहाँ से लगेगा?
मतलब मटेरियल वो वेंडर कंपनी खुद देगा.
अच्छा, वेंडर कंपनी खुद देगा. तो उसमें आपका ये
हाँ.
आएगा, क्या बोलते हैं, उसमें आपका रिकर्सिव बॉम्ब आएगा. फिर सेम मटेरियल भेजेंगे,
अच्छा.
सेम मटेरियल आप अंदर अंदर रिकर्सिव बॉम्ब विल बिकम.
हाँ.
आपको बता दो बॉम्ब यानी क्या होता है अपना प्रैक्टिकल में.
ठीक है सर.
ओके, या
जैसे जैसे मान लीजिए सर, इफेक्टिव मोटर भेजा, उसके अंदर जो है ना कुछ बेरिंग्स लगने थे, तो हमने बोल दिया जो आप बेरिंग्स जो है ना अपने तरफ से लगा दो उसके अंदर.
हाँ, वो रिकर्सिव में आएगा, रिकर्सिव बॉम्ब.
उसके अंदर जो बिल लिया जाएगा वो मटेरियल का अलग लिया जाएगा, रिपेयरिंग का अलग कैसे होगा?
बेरिंग का बिल और इसका बिल ये तो हम लोग कर सकते हैं ना, इनवॉइसिंग में कर सकते हैं हम लोग बिलिंग के लिए.
वही मैं पूछ रहा हूँ सर, बिल मतलब एक ही मतलब लेना इसमें चाहिए या दो लेना चाहिए, कैसे होगा?
एक ही बिल आपको एक ही बिल बनेगा ना यहाँ पे सब कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग में. पहले डिस्कस होगा कि आपका बेरिंग का कितना होगा करके पैसा. ठीक है, तो जितना आपका बेरिंग लगेगा उतने का आप इनवॉइस बनाओगे यहाँ पे क्वांटिटी वाइज.
एक्चुअली सर सर्विस पे तो टीडीएस कटेगा, मटेरियल पे तो नहीं कटेगा.
ये अभी आप सर्विसेज और दोनों अलग अलग चीजें हैं यहाँ पे। सब कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग, मटेरियल और सर्विसेज अलग अलग चीजें दोनों, आप दोनों को मिक्सअप कर रहे हो। आप प्रैक्टिकल में देख लेना ना।
मान लीजिए सर, हम नहीं, हमारा कोई मोटर वो रिपेयरिंग कर रहा है, मान लो उसमें कुछ नहीं लगा, वो तो एक तरह का सर्विस कर रहा है ना वो।
सर्विस कर रहे बट मटेरियल तो हम लोग बाहर भेज रहे हैं ना। आप कौन सी प्रोसेस
मेटेरियल
Like,
मटेरियल
सर
ऑफ
एक्चुअली
कोर्स हम बाहर
सर अल्टीमेटली इसमें हो तो मटेरियल रिपेयर रहा है ना सर। और सर्विस के केस में कोई भी सर्विस प्रोवाइडर अपनी सर्विस कंसल्टेंसी प्रोवाइड करा रहा है, आई थिंक उस केस में टीडीएस कटता है। अल्टीमेटली इसमें मटेरियल जा रहा है, मटेरियल में ही काम हो रहा है और मटेरियल इसमें लग रहा है मुझे।
हाँ, तो मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, तो यू आर सेंडिंग सम मटेरियल आउटसाइड ऑफ अ कंपनी टू द वेंडर। ठीक है, रिपेयरिंग के लिए भेज रहे हो आप या कोई भी चीज के लिए भेज रहे हो, तो उसमें सब कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग ही आएगा आपका, सर्विसेज नहीं आएगा उसमें। सर्विसेज आप ले रहे हो ठीक है, बट डिपेंड करेगा ना कि आप कितना रिपेयरिंग के लिए कितना पैसा बोल रहे हैं वो। तो ये आप क्या करोगे, आप परचेस ऑर्डर में डालोगे फॉर पर्टिकुलर रिपेयरिंग 2,000 रुपए ले रहे हैं, 1,000 रुपए ले रहे हैं, फिर आप यहाँ पे बिलिंग बनाओगे उसका। समझ रहे हो अभिषेक, अखिलेश?
समझ रहा हूँ सर, थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है।
हाँ, वो आप क्या है, जो प्रोसेस है आपकी रिपेयरिंग की मोटर वाली, ठीक है, दैट प्रोसेस इट्स नथिंग लाइक अ पीएम प्रोसेस। पीएम सर्विस नोटिफिकेशन बनता है, ठीक है। तो एमएमएन पीएम इंटीग्रेशन है यहाँ पे, आप जो बात कर रहे हो प्रोसेस की, एमएमपीएम इंटीग्रेशन। पीएम मींस प्लांट एंड मेंटेनेंस मॉड्यूल।
सर मान लीजिए कोई मोटर हमें रिपेयरिंग करवानी है, और वो मोटर तो क्या है, वो स्टोर में तो है नहीं, वो मोटर स्टोर में इशू पहले ही कर रखा है डिपार्टमेंट पे, तो वो मोटर तो ऑलरेडी कॉल सेंटर पे हो गया है, उसका तो कहीं है नहीं। अब वो मटेरियल जो रिपेयरिंग वाला जो डिफेक्टिव वाला क्रिएट होगा, वो मेंटेनेंस ऑर्डर के अगेंस्ट में क्रिएट होगा, राइट सर? तो उसके
Yes,
अंदर कॉस्ट कहाँ से है, कौन सा कॉस्ट पकड़ेगा? वो
आप
मान लीजिए हमने खरीदा था, शुरू में 1 लाख रुपए का खरीदा था, अब वो डिफेक्टिव में कितने रुपया का रह गया, ये कैसे पता चलेगा?
ये आप पीएम में आएगा, ये पार्ट आपका प्लांट एंड मेंटेनेंस में आएगा, जो आप पूछ रहे हो ये पीएम मॉड्यूल में आता है।
आपको
डिफेक्ट
सर कुछ आइडिया हो तो?
ना, पीएम मॉड्यूल का तो नहीं है आइडिया। पीएम मॉड्यूल में वो लोग डिफेक्टिव पेज भेजते हैं, फिर रिपेयर करके लेते हैं अंदर, फिर कॉस्ट सेंटर पे पैसा आ जाता है उनका, सो दैट कम्स अंडर द पीएम। सर्विस नोटिफिकेशन दे आर क्रिएटिंग, रिपेयर ऑर्डर दे आर क्रिएटिंग। जैसे हम लोग परचेस ऑर्डर बनाते हैं यहाँ पे, वैसे वो लोग रिपेयर ऑर्डर बनाते हैं, सो दैट कम्स अंडर द पीएम मॉड्यूल दूसरा इसका। ओके
ठीक है सर।
okay, yeah, so fourth process we have seen the vendor consignment, correct? So vendor consignment mein vendor will keep their material into the company's premises, as per the need company will withdraw and pay to the vendor. Okay, so this is the process guys we have seen. Okay, so now in maybe, yeah, on Monday we have a class at 7:30 guys, correct? Okay, so on Monday we will see the enterprise structure. Okay, enterprise structure. Then once it is done, then from Wednesday probably we'll start the configuration. Okay, so make sure you will have the system with you. Okay, SAP portal with you. Okay, okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, okay. So guys,
Will be
SAP
1
सर
hour.
पोर्टल
Who
हम
will
तो
provide
प्रोवाइड
this
करवाएंगे
recipe?
ना।
one minute guys, one by one.
Sir, who will provide this SAP?
Just ask to the support team or your point of contact from Henry Harbin.
Okay,
You
sir.
will get the user ID and the password.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah, they
Okay,
will
sir.
provide. Or you can check into the portal also. Portal
Yes,
में
sir.
check.
We will take SAP portal custom batch option.
हम्म You can
Okay.
also check, or else you can check with the point of contact. They will tell you, they will guide you how you will get
Okay.
this. Okay, but make
Okay.
sure you will have the date, this server before Wednesday, upcoming Wednesday, 17th of September के पहले.
Okay.
Okay.
17th
Okay,
नहीं, 18th of September. Yeah. Okay. So guys, see you on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Okay, same time. Okay. So I have a other training class also. Okay, at 8:30. Okay. So bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye guys. See you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.